So good morning. It is a very cold day on the homestead, January 2nd. What is it, a Monday morning? Tuesday? I forget what day it is. About 9 degrees last time I checked, and dropping, getting colder. We got near blizzard conditions today, so it'll be a good day to move some logs around. On the log deck, we've got to kind of select and grade some stuff, bucket into lengths. Some of the stuff's going to be for the sawmill for an upcoming timber framing project. Some of the other stuff is going to go into the firewood processor, all of that. So I've got the frostbite grappler here and the new fittings, and let's see if we can't get that mounted up and try it out and see how it works as far as on moving logs around. So we've got to get it picked up here and in positions so I can get it on the quick attach. Let's go take this in the shop. It's just too cold to work out here. All right, a little bit less wind out here in the shop. So, see, what happened is the outfit that supplied the snowmobile, or the snowmobile, they didn't bring a snowmobile out, the snowplow and the frostbite grappler, they put the wrong fittings on there. I guess there's two different sizes, and so I called them and they sent me out the new ones here. You can see the difference. Those quick attach, the ones I have are smaller. But I can see, again, we have the wrong fittings. That thread, look how big the threads are on this. We've got the ones that they sent, but they won't fit. I asked them to send the adapters. I was very specific about that. That's not going to work. Well, that's aggravating. Well, I guess we'll go take a drive.
Coming up in the next hour, security analyst Jim Walsh joins us to look at the threat posed by North Korea and how the incoming Trump administration might deal with it.
This is starting to get comical. So this uses some sort of a pattern that weatherhead that they can't use, and this isn't an ordinary Napa. This is a Napa that supplies that handles all the logging companies. I mean, it's the best equipped Napa I've ever been to. So we've got to go to another town just south of here and see if they can build them. The best local saw shop because there's so many loggers in the area. I just noticed they started carrying Husqvarna axes. Oops. Break it, you bought. That's a nice one there. That's interesting. So good news, after 4 different shops and half a day, I think I have the right adapters. So we'll head back to the shop, be back there in a few minutes here, put everything together and see what we got. So welcome back to day 2. The saga continues. So I load up the hydraulic hoses, or the fittings, and I go down to Napa and spend 45 minutes there. And then we find out that the icebreaker, or what is this? The frostbite grappler is made in Estonia, and they use a thread that's a British pattern. As if we didn't have enough to deal with a metric system, now we have British pipe threads. Non-compatible. So, back home. Back up the next day, we got to go back down again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these hydraulic hoses off because the hose diameter seems to be standard. We're going to chop these off, cut them off, and have new American style threads cramped on, and then we'll be ready to go. So, alright, so we'll take this protective cover off there. Well, that's not going to come off there without... So, and then these... I have metric end wrenches up to 22 millimeter, and the everything is 23 millimeter, and there's no standard version that will fit. But fortunately, I have my metric crescent wrenches, which are frozen. Did I tell you how cold it is today? It's we woke up and it's 10 degrees, and expected to get colder, down to -1. Now, that's Fahrenheit for you European watchers. That's really cold. What that is in Celsius, you'll have to ask the real Martian. I don't know. Okay. So we can take these guys off, these quick attaches here, and get our new ends crimped on, and we will be, as we say out west, we will be logging. Now we're logging now. Made it safely back. You want to see the piece that was the rarest pipe fitting, hydraulic fitting in the world? That's it. Okay, so now we now we have everything we need to do. That's the quick attach. This mounts to some crazy British thread, and we're still speculating. We're hoping that it'll work. It's like everybody I talked to, oh, I haven't seen that before. And of course, that's the story of my life. Is it just me, or when I go to get something or get repairs or parts or something, I'll bring it in, and it's like, oh, I ain't never seen that before. It's amazing how many times that happens. Okay, let's stop whining and get to work. Did we get it? Got it. It's starting to snow again. All right, one down, one to go. I think this is the first product that I've ever known that I know about that was built in Estonia. I don't even think I've met anyone from Estonia. I think Mrs. W's been there. She's been everywhere. I have several friends from the Ukraine. I know it's probably not too far from there, but it's hard to be sure. You know, I'm an American, so I don't know anything about geography. This is nice here. These little keepers here case that keeps the holds the hydraulic hoses. If you were to snag it on something, it would prevent it from tearing out of the cylinder. Okay, now we can put our protective covers on. When you have hoses like this that could rub on things and wear a hole in them, it's I just going to put both ends on there, don't I? Put this protective covers on that just is helps with abrasion. Boy, this video is not going anywhere fast. I was thinking, you know, I've talked to a whole bunch of TV producers. You know, they're always calling and wanting to you know, talk to you about doing a TV show and all that, which I'm not going to do. And one thing I try to explain to them is that, you know, what they want is they want to send a film crew out for a week or two, and they want to do all this stuff. And I said, you know, the reality of it is this is real life. You know, things move slow, things don't happen, and they want drama. You know, and to make all that stuff happen in 2 weeks, you have to. People who do it, they have to make stuff up. You know, it's not authentic. It's not real, and that's why I don't care for it. You know, things like this. Can you imagine the film crews out here and I don't know what they charge, what it costs, but I'm sure it's a bunch. You know, I got this. It needs to be a different size. Or got to bring these together. They're not even. 10 degrees. 10 degrees out. It's hard to work without gloves on, but I need the dexterity. So we don't need Teflon on this one. Look at that. That's got a little rubber seat in there. So it's a little different type of fitting, where the other one looks like it used the washer to seal. This one's different, but the hydraulic man and we talked about it and determined that it was probably going to work okay. We'll keep an eye on it. So, but this one here is a standard American pipe thread, so we'll want to put Teflon tape on there. You know, every time when you put Teflon tape on, make sure you always go clockwise. Don't forget that. Because when you tighten it, it winds it tighter. If you do it the other way, it wants to loosen it. So whenever I put Teflon tape on a pipe thread like this, there's always some people in the comments who say something about that it helps seal it. And there's always someone in the comments that say, there's multiple people, I don't know where this comes from, that it doesn't, it lubricates the threads. It doesn't do anything to have anything to do with the sealing. I think that's nonsense, because a pipe thread like this, a standard American pipe thread, it's kind of cut at a taper, so oh man, in the snow. So when you put it on, you'll notice that when you first thread it, the threads are pretty loose and easy, and then the further you go, the tighter it gets, because it's kind of like a cone. Boy, my hands are cold. So, and the idea of that Teflon, so what's sealing? What's sealing, seems to me, is the threads. What else is there? There's no seat or anything in it, so it's got to be the threads. So that idea that it doesn't have anything to do with the sealing, I mean, that's got to be nonsense. It doesn't make any sense to me. Of course it's helping with the sealing. It's gumming up the metal between the threads. How can it not help but to seal? I think we have it, boys. It was a long road. That's what we were looking for right there. All right, well, let's plug it in and see how it works. I'm beyond excited here. We do have another little problem to overcome here. It's how to grab it, because it's in the closed position. So what we'll do is we'll prop it up here. In a way that we can, oh yeah, this won't be so bad. We can snatch it. So this will work all right. So these here, this is a better way to demonstrate it here. So this is a standard American skid steer type of a quick attach. You can see with the lever, and the pin goes down there, locks in. That way you can use all different implements across machines. You can even share them if your neighbor has some. You know, it's really a great design. So they have to go, those little things have to go in here, and then they'll lock down right there. So what I'll do is I'll release the chain here, and I've got it propped up on the jack stands, and I can come in here and grab it. Now when I store it, I'll just make sure I store it with its thumb open, and that way it'll kind of support itself there. You're not going to believe this. It doesn't fit. The couplers are not compatible. So here's the deal. So I just got off the phone with my man Carl, who's supplying, is my technical advisor here. Sorry, Carl watches the video. Sorry, Carl. I was a little frustrated with you. It's not your fault. But he got me figured out. At least he told me what's going on now. So these are the standard Pioneer fittings that are used on American equipment for compact tractors. The Yanmar side is some sort of a metric deal that he's never even heard of before and is not available anywhere around my area. So we got to go back to town. We need to get the female portion for the Pioneer fittings, swap everything over, all the implements over so that they work. You know what? If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Back to town.